We just found out how you lost your eyesight.
Yes.
And tell us about that. Was that an emotional episode for you? It was obviously extremely exciting.
Yeah, it was. It was a really intense episode. It was emotional to film, and then emotional kind of in a different way to actually see the whole thing put together. I think I don't know if you guys realize or not that what an incredibly what we do is very much a team sport. Nothing happens because of just one person. We had an amazing writer for that episode, supported by an amazing writing staff and our amazing creators of the show and our producers, and then we get this great cast, and we have this crew of over 100 people who are incredible, and everything has to come together to make it work. It was intense. It was a difficult shoot because on one day, the day that we shot, the scene where he loses his sight, there was a big explosion, and we're all in our military uniforms, and we've got the Humvee, and we're firing guns. We had over 136 setups that day, which set some kind of world record. We were just moving so fast. At the end of the day, I just remember someone asked me, "So how did it go? Did you get everything?" And I'm just like, I was a blank stare. I was like, "I think so. I think so."
Talking about the action, Doug, can you tell us about the difference between shooting action for TV, which you have no time for, and shooting action on film, which you have a little more?
We have such a great team put together that, basically these guys can come up with anything, and we actually somehow find a way to do it. Sometimes it is because we do these crazy amount of setups in a day, and even the episode that aired this week, which had scenes that took place in Iraq, we actually were going to go to Iraq to film. We had the people put in place, because my last film, Fair Game, shot in Iraq, and so we were tapping into that network, and then the last minute we sort of lost touch with them somehow. There was some kind of communications breakdown, and we moved it to Jordan. And TV shows are normally never allowed to go to places like Jordan to go shoot an action sequence. And that's one episode of our show, and we went to both Istanbul and Jordan. And I actually don't. We have an amazing line producer, Sean Ryerson, and I've done a number of TV shows with him, and he always, says, "Oh my God, that's impossible. We can't do it." Then I'm like, "Okay, I got an idea. Here's how we can do it." And you can say anything to him, and he pulls it off. And part of how we're able to do it is that the actors are just tireless. And Piper came over to Paris with me for 24 hours to do an action sequence earlier in the season. Literally, she got off the plane, filmed, got on a plane, flew back. And Chris obviously just did the same thing in Istanbul, and we have more of that coming up in the season. So the fact that that our actors are they don't act like dilettante movie stars. So in a way, we're able to actually put them into the action and throw almost anything at them. And because I guess Piper sets the standard because she's literally willing to do anything you ask of her.
Yeah.
And everybody else just has to sort of.
I've seen her. I've worked with her exactly after she came back from Paris, and her schedule was so intense and so crazy. You feel bad sitting resting at your hotel, watching a movie. Back for about a second, but you do feel bad.
Because we're a team, we're becoming better at it. That's the amazing thing about television versus movies is movies sometimes you hit your stride when it ends, and here we just get better. And first season, the first thing we did sort of splinter is we took Piper to Washington D.C. and I was going to be filming her there, and there was sort of this pressure put